And welcome back to VeloView. Today we are diving into the all-new 2026 Hyundai Kona, one of the most anticipated updates in the subcompact SUV world. Hyundai has been steadily pushing the Kona to stand out in a crowded market, and for 2026 they have refined its personality to make it not just a practical family crossover but also a futuristic, tech-laden option that doesn't shy away from boldness. Let's walk through everything about it so by the end you'll know if this is the car worth shortlisting for your next drive. The first thing you notice about the 2026 Kona is its appearance. Hyundai has clearly leaned into a futuristic design language. Up front there is a continuous light bar with pixel-inspired LED accents that stretch across the fascia, almost giving it a concept car vibe you don't usually expect from a mainstream crossover. The body is slightly longer and wider than before, giving it more road presence while still keeping it compact enough for city driving. The sculpted cladding around the wheel arches and the sharp crease lines along the sides make it look aggressive but refined. It feels like a blend of sci-fi inspiration with practical proportions, especially in bright colors like the signature Neoteric yellow or the bolder Soltronic orange that really show off the styling. The back end is equally sleek, with matching horizontal LED elements that tie the look together. Moving inside, Hyundai has re-engineered the Kona to be more spacious and better organized. The longer wheelbase directly translates into improved rear seat legroom, which was a complaint in the older model. Now passengers in the back won't feel cramped, and the cabin feels much more open. The cargo space has also grown, which makes the Kona more useful for families or for those who just want more practicality from a compact SUV. Fold the rear seats down and you get a surprisingly roomy cargo bay, enough to handle everything from groceries to weekend gear. The design of the cabin is modern and uncluttered, with dual 12.3-inch displays in higher trims that blend the digital gauge cluster and infotainment screen into a single futuristic layout. Even in base trims the dashboard layout is clean, with physical buttons in the right places so you don't get lost in menus. When it comes to performance, Hyundai is offering two engine choices. The base option is a 2.0-liter four-cylinder producing 147 horsepower paired with a continuously variable transmission. It's tuned for efficiency and smoothness rather than excitement, so if you're someone who just needs reliable daily commuting without drama, this will get the job done. However, if you want a bit more pep in your drive, the turbocharged 1.6-liter four-cylinder is the way to go. This engine makes around 190 horsepower and is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Acceleration is much more satisfying here, with 0 to 60 happening in about 7.5 seconds when equipped with all-wheel drive. That puts the Kona into a more spirited category while still maintaining refinement for everyday use. All trims can be had with all-wheel drive, which makes it versatile for different climates and road conditions. Fuel efficiency is also a strong point. The base front-wheel drive version manages around 31 miles per gallon combined, which is excellent for its class, while the all-wheel drive versions sit in the high 20s. For most buyers, that's a comfortable balance between efficiency and usability. For 2026, Hyundai has reshaped the trim lineup. The familiar SEL, SEL Convenience, N-Line S, and N-Line trims are gone, replaced by SEL Sport and SEL Premium. The Limited remains at the top. A very welcome change is that adaptive cruise control now comes standard across the lineup, a feature that many competitors still hide in upper trims. This shows Hyundai's commitment to democratizing technology rather than keeping it exclusive. If you want the sweet spot in the lineup, the SEL Premium trim is an excellent choice. It offers the larger digital gauge cluster and infotainment display, wireless charging, leatherette seating, heated front seats, and advanced driver assistance tech. This makes the Kona feel nearly like a luxury crossover while still staying within a reasonable budget. Pricing starts around $25,000 for the base SE trim and climbs up to just over $34,000 for the Limited, which is competitive compared to rivals like the Honda HR-V or Toyota Corolla Cross. Safety is another area where the Kona shines. Hyundai's Smart Sense suite is included as standard, which means you get blind spot monitoring, forward collision avoidance, lane keeping assist, rear cross traffic alert, and more without needing to add extra packages. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has rated the Kona highly in multiple crash categories, and that reassures buyers who value peace of mind. On top of that, Hyundai's industry-leading warranty, 10 years or 100,000 miles on the powertrain, makes ownership less stressful and highlights Hyundai's confidence in their engineering. Now, for buyers curious about electric power, the Kona Electric continues into 2026 but in a simplified form. It now comes only in a single SE standard range trim with a 48.6 kWh battery powering a 133 horsepower motor. Range is estimated at about 200 miles, which is not class-leading but is more than enough for city commutes and daily errands. Charging from 10 to 80% takes around 43 minutes on a fast charger, which is decent though not groundbreaking. The Kona Electric shines not with range but with practicality. It still has the same spacious cabin, flexible cargo area, and thoughtful features like one-pedal driving, vehicle-to-load capability for powering devices, and the same twin 12.3-inch screens available in gas models. For buyers who want an affordable entry into EV ownership without jumping to a much larger or more expensive vehicle, the Kona Electric makes a compelling case. So, where does the 2026 Kona stand in the subcompact SUV market? It is a vehicle that blends futuristic design with everyday usability. It's not the most powerful in the class and it's not the longest range EV either, but it consistently hits the sweet spot of offering just enough style, performance, technology, and value to stay at the top of buyer lists. If you are someone who prioritizes standout styling, interior comfort, a strong set of standard features, and the reassurance of a long warranty, the Kona is extremely hard to ignore. Even in its base trim it feels complete, while higher trims easily cross into near luxury territory without breaking the bank. Of course, there are drawbacks. The base engine is somewhat uninspiring for those who like a lively drive, and Hyundai limits the turbocharged option to certain trims instead of offering it across the board. The Kona Electric, while appealing, is held back by average charging speeds in a range that won't satisfy road trip enthusiasts. And once you start adding features or choosing upper trims, the price can creep up to the point where you might start looking at larger vehicles. Yet overall, Hyundai has done a great job in refining the Kona for 2026. It looks futuristic on the outside, it feels modern and practical inside, and it delivers a comfortable, confident driving experience that works equally well for young professionals, small families, or anyone who just wants a stylish and reliable subcompact SUV. With safety, technology, efficiency, and design all working together, the Kona remains one of the strongest competitors in its class. And that wraps up our in-depth review of the 2026 Hyundai Kona. I hope you found this breakdown helpful in understanding what this updated crossover brings to the table. If you enjoyed the video and want more detailed automotive reviews just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned here on VeloView for all the latest car insights. Thanks for watching, drive safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.